Hey traders, John Hal here, your number one market trader. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a bit of a more of a longer term view of the markets, big picture, okay? Big picture. And we are getting ready for a really, really big move out of these markets. A big breakout is going to come. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so let's get straight into today's, one thing I want to share with you is I want to share something's really interesting happening with the futures markets right now. Obviously the indices, and I'm going to share that with you what I'm showing right now. But there's also, but Russell is not the same. Russell's doing something different, which is like is giving us a leading indicator. I want to share that with you as well in today's video. So the big thing here is that, oh, by the way, traders, what I'm looking at right now is the big picture. This is just the big picture through here. When you're doing your trading, make sure you have some sort of a setup that you're actually using. If you need some help with that, first link in the description, or go to John's, JOHNS, freetraining.com. Jump on my webinar today, and I promise you I'll help you when it comes to your trading. I'll share with you what I look for when it comes to my trading setup. But this video here, I'm talking about the big picture, okay? This not just tomorrow. So we're looking at the ES here, right? The S&P 500. And look at this here. So we're looking at the last couple of years. And if I just blow this up here, look where we are right now. We are developing into a really big triangle pattern. You can see that was the start there, rejected. Look what happened recently. We ran up and hit the resistance there, and then we rejected it back down. Look what's also happening here, right? The start of this is the COVID crash, and then we also had the support there, and then also where we are right now. So what is likely to come out of this? And it's really interesting to see what is going on here when it comes to these markets. And this is where it's been very, very, very volatile. If you are having a hard time right now with your trading, then all I do say is please step back and just be patient with this market, okay? Because it is very, 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 very volatile when it comes to your trading, okay? So we can see we're getting through there. So what happens through here? Now here's the thing. My thoughts, my thinking substance, which is not much. My thinking is that we're going to start to see a peak in inflation, and that's going to start to see the Fed not have to raise the interest rates as much, maybe even start to pause on interest rates. And then we're going to start to see another boom in the stock market. That's my thinking. Now that's the overall picture. But here's what this chart is telling me. This chart is saying that if I'm looking at this chart through here, all right, if we start to break out of this level, this whole triangle pattern, spaghetti-o. The next support level, the next major support level for here is down at this level right here, which is about that level there, the 3,000 to 3,200. That's where we're probably going to end up. And we may even come back down to as low as this sort of 3,000 level through here. You can see, what was that, 4,800, 3,000, 3,800. So 4,800. I'm just looking at the numbers. So 4,800 was the resistance there. Then I go down to 3,800, which is 1,000 points down, and you can see that was roughly around a support level there. So then if I go down to 2,800, that'll be the next sort of support level through there. I'm just seeing, because sometimes the market will give you sort of even numbers. So you can see here, yeah. So 2,000, that was 2,200. That level through there. 4,000, yeah. So I'm just trying to see if there's anything there. But the next sort of support level that I'm seeing right now is probably down through there of the 3,200 level if we do start to break out. So we could be getting ready for a bit of a move on the downside, a big drop on the downside. Again, my thinking is that the overall is going to happen with that. But this pattern through here is, man, if we start to break, we could be getting ready for a pretty big move. If I look at the Fibonacci levels as well, the Fibonacci levels, the 50% of this entire move is actually around that 50 to 60% level is through there as well. So it just makes sense that if it does pull back, we're probably going to pull back towards those levels through there. So if we go have a look at, let's go have a look at the Dow Jones. And the Dow Jones has actually already started to break out of this level, which is actually quite interesting. So let me take that off the screen here for a minute. And then I'm going to bring up a new trend line. And then I'm just going to then, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to connect the highs through there. As you can see, that's exactly what happened recently. Resistance, resistance, and then resistance through there. Right, and then now we've actually completely rejected off through there. If we have a look at where we are right now, you actually can see we've actually broken out. Now, here's the thing about this breakout here, right? So we're actually starting to, you can see we're getting a lot of volatility through here. What happens through this here? Okay, what happens through here is that, again, we're squeezing right up and we're going to get a big breakout. And then the big breakout is probably going to show us what's to come. Again, if we do break down, the Dow Jones does look like it's about to see probably that 2,000. We do have a bit of support level through there, but it's probably going to get down to around 2,600 level through there. So we're getting that through there. If I go to the Nasdaq as well, the Nasdaq's doing the exact same thing as well. As you can see, we actually had a little bit of a false breakout. As you can see, we actually popped back up, a little bit of a false breakout, and now we're actually back down towards squeezing up into this triangle pattern through here. So the big breakout is likely to come. Now, when it comes to the Nasdaq stocks or the Nasdaq, the next support level on the Nasdaq is, man, that's pretty crazy, isn't it? You can see once we actually start to break that sort of 11,000 level, once we start to break that 11,000 level, man, the Nasdaq could absolutely just killed, because the next sort of area is around that 8,000 level there. Man, that's pretty crazy, isn't it? So what have we got here? We've got 16,000. I'm just trying to see if there's any even numbers through here. No, nothing through there. No. It looks like it'd be 4,000. 4. No, okay. Again, because sometimes, guys, you'll start to see like there's even numbers of support and resistance levels, but there's nothing through there. But man, the Nasdaq, the tech stocks through here, guys, could absolutely just start to get killed, because there's actually no support levels through here. There's actually no. That's absolutely just crazy, right? Look at that through there. So if we start to break down past here, then, oh man, it could get. Well, I wouldn't say ugly, right? I was about to say ugly, but it's not ugly, right? Because why? We could just short the market and make money, right? So it's probably going to have a pretty movement, a pretty big drop on the downside. And we may even retrace as much as 100% of this entire move up, which sounds crazy, I know. But man, if we start to really break out, especially the Nasdaq, if we start to break past 11,000, man, that's when you're probably going to start to see really big capitulation coming into the stock market. Again, fundamentally, on a big picture, I see inflation starting to cool down, and then we're probably going to see a big move in the stock market to the upside. That's what I'm thinking, right? But on a technical level basis, once we start to break that 11,000 level, then it's like it's a free fall down towards that 8,000 level. But here's the really interesting thing I was saying at the start. Look at this here. Check out this. This is the Russell. So look what the Russell did. As you know, if I look at, say, the Nasdaq hit resistance, little bit of a false breakout, and you can see what actually even happened just recently. Look at this here, right? So you can see even on the Nasdaq actually came down through here. We actually started a point through there, rejected it twice through there. As you can see, look, it rejected it there, even on this big up bar through here, and then the inflation number came out and rejected it. Look where it rejected it, right at that level of resistance. And now we're at this level where we are right now. So, but if we go look at the Russell, look what the Russell did, right? So the Russell actually broke out, but now we're coming back down towards this level through here, which is now becoming support. So we did have strong area of resistance, but now it's becoming strong support. So there's a bit of a dual die situation where we are right now in the market. And especially on the Nasdaq, if the Nasdaq breaks, say 11,000, then we're probably going to see a really big capitulation in the markets. Let me know what you think, because I'm on the overall big picture. Again, the charts will start to tell us what's probably going to happen. on the overall picture, I do see inflation start to cool down, so it's probably going to be a buoy for the stock market, but I could be wrong. But if the charts actually start to break past 11,000, then we're probably going to start to see a really big drop, big drop in the markets. Let me know what you think. Where do you think the markets are going? And I'd like to see what you think in the chat box below. Traders, I want to invite you to my webinar that I'm running today. And on this webinar, I'm going to share with you all the details to my #1 trading system for the last 17 years and how I only trade 1 hour per day. Plus, also going to be learning the 3 secrets that I had to master over the last 17 years to generate a really good income. If you go to johnsfreetraining.com, or there should be a link in the description, click on that. Go over there right now, register. If you are struggling with the trading right now, I promise you this is going to completely game change, because you're going to understand why you are going backwards and why you're losing money. And then I'm going to teach you exactly what the system I use that gets me a really high % win-loss ratio. So this is what I want you to do right now. Go to johnsfreetraining.com. Go over there, register for my webinar right now today, because you're going to absolutely love it. Or there should be a link in the description. And I look forward to seeing you on the webinar. So go to that right now, and I look forward to seeing you on my next webinar. Go to that right now. Go to johnsfreetraining.com. Go to that right now.